On this segment, I'd like to talk to you about the importance of follow-through and how those fractions of a second actually play a big part in your accuracy. Although you may think that when your release clicks, that arrow instantly leaves the bow, and it does leave very fast. However, there's fractions of a second that are still there that have an immediate impact on where your arrow lands. You see, my shot with my bow and my arrow and my draw length takes about 18 thousandths of a second from when my release fires until the arrow actually passes through the arrow rest. Now for 12 thousandths of those 18, the string is actually still back by my face, and that's because with a compound bow that has let off, there's actually a fraction of a second of time where those cams are ramping up and hitting the power band to where they're projecting that arrow forward away from your face. But for those fractions of a second, what you do back here with your release hand gives an immediate effect on where that arrow is going towards the target. What I'd like to do is tell you some simple things to think about when you're pulling on your trigger, and also the second that release fires, so that you make sure you're giving your string a direct line of flight straight forward through your face, and it's really going to help improve not only your left or rights, but also your up and down. Now when you pull back and you anchor and you get to your trigger, what I'd like you to focus on is pulling that elbow to something that's behind you. Picture something behind you and just focus on driving that elbow back towards that object. You're going to use your back muscles to do that pulling. Don't just move your thumb on a trigger. You want to put your thumb on the trigger, but you want to activate it by pulling. Then, the second that release fires, I want you to go from pulling with your back to thinking about contracting your bicep and actually making a bicep muscle, because that bicep contraction is going to help pull your release hand around the back of your face and over the top of your shoulder. You don't want to come away from your face or under your face, which is a very common mistake for people that are peeking as they shoot or plucking the string or the trigger. You have to be able to execute back and around, and that's going to give your string a direct line to the target. I'm going to show you proper follow through on a broadside angle and then also from a rear view angle. Again, focus on your bicep contraction. Pull your release hand back over your shoulder.